All right. Hopefully you were able to do that little bit of a challenge. If not, no worries. I'll show you how we can convert things into using hooks in this video. But again, hopefully you got a chance to check out the using the state hook and using the effect hook in the React documentation. Because it's not as hard as it seems. Remember what I said. Hook is a special function that lets you hook into React features. So the use state and the use effect hook allow us to hook into a React feature because it's from the React library to either work with state or with lifecycle methods. So the first thing I want to do is to actually remove this component from here because we're no longer using that component class to extend app. Instead, we want to change this into a function, right? So I can now say function app, and we remove this and turn this into a function. So let's scroll down here. Next is we no longer need this constructor, super, and this dot state. Because we're now creating a function, we can, let's say, comment this out for now just so we can see it. We are also going to comment component did mount because inside of a function, there's no such thing as component did mount. Remember, we got component did mount because we were able to use the component class in here that gave us this feature, this lifecycle hook. So now we can't use this either. And then because this is a function, what we need to do is turn this into a variable. So the onSearch change and the render is no longer needed. Instead, we'll have this piece of code that just simply returns out of the function. So if I save this, I'll probably get a few errors. All right, so I have useState is defined by never used. UseEffect is defined but never used. OnSearch is assigned but never used. And that's because OnSearch now is just a variable inside of this function. And you see that we're using the this keyword here. Remember what I said, because we're no longer in a class, we don't need the this keyword anymore. So if I save this, we have one less error. Now, if I go back to our app, we have some errors. Cannot read property state of undefined. And that's because, again, we're using the this.state here, and we've commented out the constructor that gave us state, right? So this.setState that came from our component class no longer exists. This.state no longer exists either, again, because it's no longer a class. So how do we create state now? Remember, hooks give us now the power to have state inside of our apps. And we do that using the useState hook. Let's find out how to do that in the next video.